If you clicked onto this video, then you struggle with the exact same thing I struggled with for years in my life. Ambitious, but lazy. Do you feel like your day-to-day actions are not catching up to your potential? Do you feel like you're extremely ambitious, you have huge goals in life, but you are too lazy to achieve them? Is your reality not actually catching up to your dreams? And honestly, the reason why I wanted to make this video is I feel like in my life, in my self-improvement journey, this was the main problem I struggled with for years. Now, I have no idea if this is gonna sound very weird or if this is gonna be like very, normal, you will be able to relate to this, but in my peer group, in my age group, I always felt like I was like different. Because I was in high school watching, Tate videos, Hamza videos, Iman Gadzhi videos, learning about self-improvement, learning about, getting out of the matrix, building an online business, and I looked around and I felt like people were like, especially the people in my high school were like in a bubble. They actually didn't grasp what life was about. That they didn't know that they had huge potentials if they wanted to work hard enough. They just had like no idea. And I felt like I was able to understand most like things in life, but they couldn't. And the problem with that is that idea of I was different, that came with entitlement. Because of the fact that I thought I was different, I thought I deserved shit. And thinking that you deserve something is literally the biggest way to lose in life. And here is why. Because if you deserved it, you would have had it. And the reason why you don't have it is because you don't deserve it right now. Yes, I was very ambitious, but I was lazy as fuck. It was like there was two versions of me. One version of me was the ambitious one. The one that wanted to achieve all these goals. The one that wanted to, live that lifestyle. The one that was the Batman of Gotham. But at the same time, I had the second version. And the second version, which I like to call literally the next morning, the one that wasn't able to wake up early and sit down and do deep work. The one that didn't have the discipline to end procrastination, to finally fucking sit down and get some work done. And after hours of contemplating, short form, and then finally sitting down and trying to do some work, the one that couldn't fucking even focus. So I basically just had like two sides of myself. I had to learn this one heavy lesson. Being ambitious means nothing if you're at the same time lazy. Because in this world, this world is just full of people who are ambitious on paper. If you want to stand out, you need to have both, ambition and hard work. Because you won't even believe me how many young people I met in this world, like in university, through my YouTube channel, like through the people who watch this YouTube channel, who had big goals and big aspirations in life. They wanted to achieve big things, but they didn't actually go anywhere after years passed. Simply for the reason that they couldn't go through what they needed to go through to get to where they want to go. You might need this reality check, because I needed this reality check heavily in my life. You are not the superhero you think you are on your mind. You still procrastinate. You are still not consistent. You are still pushing off the actual thing you need to do, the work. You are not disciplined. You're not focused. When you sit down, your mind directly goes to, your hand literally just goes to cheap dopamine on your phone. And I'm not saying this at all to make you feel worse or anything. That's never my goal. My goal is always make you feel empowered, but I think we all need this reality check. If you want to become that superhero you want to be on your mind, you need to stop listening to more motivational podcasts, motivational videos, maybe productivity videos just like this, or more shorts where Iman Gadzhi is walking in front of his G-Wagon. You gotta put your head down and do something with your life. And do you know what you will realize when you actually put your head down and do something with your life? That this shit is not easy. Getting jacked and building your dream physique, it's not easy. Trying to make that, financial freedom 10K a month, it's not as easy as you think on social media is. And that's why most people can't. That's why most people prefer watching others on social media actually achieving those goals, right? And then they like to fantasize on their mind that they are them achieving those results. Because it's comfortable. You don't need to go through all the trials and tribulations. You will just feel a little bit of the reward. Feel it a little bit of the reward in your mind. Now, I took a shot of Magic Mind every single day to see how it would affect my productivity, my focus, and my essentially flow state. Magic Mind reached out to me to try their shots, and because I really liked them, I decided to work together with them and take on their 7-day challenge. And this mental performance shot is supposed to help you crush procrastination, clear the brain fog, and get 100% dialed in. It's basically a shot that you take every day filled with healthy nootropics that helps you focus better and think more clearly. It arrives in this cute package with tiny sleeky looking bottles, and I have to say this, the packaging is really on point. Now, the taste. Now, when it comes to the taste, honestly, stuff like this generally doesn't really taste really that well. But honestly, this, I kind of like the taste of this. It's like matcha, because as you can see from the literal color as well, it's kind of like matcha but with lemon, I would say. And I would give the taste like a 7 out of 10. But obviously you gotta drink it for the benefits. And now, the most important thing, is it actually magic? Is it gonna make you a superhuman? Is it going to be finally the thing that you needed to become, end procrastination forever? No. Now, if this was actually like magic, this would be either $500,000 or the elites would have ripped off these from the shelves already. However, I definitely think that it actually makes your energy levels more consistent throughout the day, which is something that I felt really heavily, as well as it makes you like mentally a little sharper. Now, the difference that I felt was not like a 200% difference, but the difference that I felt was a solid 20% difference. So thanks so much for Magic Mind for sponsoring this video. You can check out magicmind.com/AhmedKhan and use my code AhmedKhan20 to try these shots yourself. You probably have a huge fear of becoming someone who is mediocre. You have a huge fear of mediocrity. You don't want to live a life of mediocrity. But here is what you gotta realize. If you procrastinate and stay lazy, you are living up to that fear. You're building the life you're scared of. And the thing is, you know what the answer is. You know the answer is fucking hard work. But you are on YouTube right now, trying to search maybe a magic pill, maybe a different answer, because the first one wasn't good enough. Ask yourself this question: why are you watching this video right now? The magic you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding. This is something that literally is on my wall, something that I see every single day. Do not be special with your potential in your head. Be special with your work ethic. Because if you are special with your work ethic, you will be special with your results. Go make that drive worth something. But then here's the question. How do you do that? How do you fix your life? How do you start? Get ready, because I'm gonna give some controversial and unconventional advice right now. And the honest truth is, you might not like it. You might not like it. Pick one skill. A skill that the world needs. And a skill that the world needs literally means you will be able to make money through doing that skill. It can be sales, it can be content, it can be copywriting, it can be marketing. Pick anything. And here's the kicker. Go get a job in that skill. Go actually get a job in that skill. I do not care if you're a student. I do not care if you are already working. You can always get a 15 to 20 hour part-time job. Let's say it's sales. Go get a part-time sales job. And for all the people who say, I don't want to get a job, I want to build my own business, I want to be my own boss, perfectly fine. That's what I want to do as well. But when you're in the beginning and you don't have the skills to contribute, you can't build a business, because a business literally means you provide value in scale to other people, maybe to other businesses, and they pay money to you in exchange. And if you don't have those skills to actually give value to them, then you will never be able to grow a business. So go get a job, go get maybe a part-time job. Let's say we gave the example of sales, and that's going to be the first essentially step in the stairs you want to climb. And when you get that job, go and actually get really good at that skill. Go and get so good at that skill. You're one of those, stories where they're like, yeah, I'm 21, but I'm the best salesman in the company. Sharpen your sword. Actually master that skill. It is going to take a while, but get so good and make your life's mission to go get good at that skill, right? And after that, now you have something that you can build a business around. You can teach to other people, you can help other companies get like better sales guys. You can do all of that jazz now. But until you get there, you have to put your head down and focus on one skill and learn it really, really well. And sharpen your sword. And here's what you will realize. You will realize that is like getting really good at that one skill that is a meaningful skill is incredibly difficult. Insanely difficult. And that's number one. And number two is train harder than you have ever trained before. Now, my favorite type of content that I like to watch on YouTube is Brownie's 90-day body transformations. Like, it's always these great 90 transformations, and I just want you to think about what was the body transformation you went through in the last 90 days. Probably not a huge one. And that's normal because we're just living life, trying to make some progress. No, fuck that. For the next 90 days, train like you have never trained before. This is how to fix your life. Number one, learning an actual meaningful skill. And number two, train like you've never trained before. And for the next 90 days, fuck your feelings. Alright? Don't crave into the late night McDonald's, late night ice cream. No. Just for 90 days, become a machine that just makes progress. And prove to the world, and most importantly yourself, that you are not just someone who is ambitious but lazy. You are ambitious and also hardworking, which is a dangerous combination. I love you, I support you, keep crushing it, and I'll see you in the next one.